diving and exploring outside of what appeared to be a very strange encounter, you encountered a strange event that is known as the Crossroads, where if you ever decide to go and venture forth into a place that the world does not want you to go, whether good or bad, it has different ulterior motives for whoever decides to venture forth. Your team got stuck with a Crossroads entity known as Nera. Thankfully enough, she's one of the better ones. I rolled quite well for your team.
Ah, nice.
It doesn't always happen, so be grateful when it does.
She's cute too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exploring about getting out of there with her help and the help of the other team that was with you. I'll just call them Leno's team. You know their names, but currently not relevant to what's about to happen. You decided to split off here and there. They going to the destination they were meaning to go, but without their camp as they don't have the numbers to pack everything. So they decided to give you the lot of it and decide to do what you decide to do. During that, you managed to grab a few new things. Core decided to go into the water.
I'm skinny dipping.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to join? Is Nara up for splashing time?
Maybe. She hasn't joined or jumped in. She's just looking. But she's not saying no. I digress. You do know that the best path to take after this little long rest would be to go continuously right. You can tell that this river system is going to go that direction as well. That boat might help or it might not. But you would have to drag it towards that direction. Or you can take the boat and see where it leads you. Ultimately, it's entirely up to you. But Nara just looks at the rest of your team, as mentioned before, then warns. Again, I'm not exactly sure where you're going, but the world is kind of messing with you right now. I would suggest caution, maybe getting a fifth member, hiring someone, or persuading them to join you. I don't really know what you're about to do. All I can give you is advice. I can tell you, though, that you're likely not the only ones doing this. As whenever someone goes out to explore the unexplored, generally, if there's two opposing sides, is when the crossroads really wake up.
Oh. Well, that's
pretty
enlightening to know. An adversary that we weren't aware of.
I'm only making general guesses. I don't know if they're out hunting for you or just following the same path. I just know.
Best to be safe.
Yeah, basically. By the way, does Core always do that?
He finds joy in the little things.
Oh, I suppose we're much the same. Although I'm working right now, so I'd join him, but kind of busy. She's not doing anything, but I guess work is work.
Understand.
Professionalism, I understand.
Hey guys, the water's warm!
Once you leave this site, I'll basically go back into the ether, and then if the crossroads come up, I'll say hi.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll see you again soon. Or
hopefully
soonish.
not.
Yeah. No offense, but kinda hopefully not.
None taken.
I hate magic.
If she's making her way to leave, I'll of course go and say goodbye.
Alright. After picking up your clothes but not getting dressed, you go over towards the rest of the team. Nera, looking towards your team, decides to say, well, this is just about as far as I am legally allowed to go. So if there's anything you need, or just want to say your goodbyes, feel free.
Well, I don't think there's anything we need, but we did come to say bye before we took to the road.
Fair enough.
What kind of laws are enforced out here, Nera, that you're not legally allowed to stay with us a little longer? The water's really
Oh,
nice.
Probably her contract that binds her to this place, my little friend.
yes. Uh, Although I'm sure the water is nice. It actually does look warm. You can tell that she's tempted to go, but she does state, I'm afraid I am contracted to help. Sorry, motorcycles. In the street. Anyways, that might happen a lot, so sometimes when I pause, loud noises near me.
That's fine.
No problem. Well,
Anyways.
I just hope we're not at risk of breaking any laws we don't know about.
Oh no, you should be fine. The only reason why I am not allowed to venture forth, as it would be, is because I myself was caught in the crossroads a long time ago. To more or less escape, I formed a binding contract, and once I'm able to get enough people to go to the destination that the world does not want them to go to, I am allowed to move on and basically continue on with my life rather than being stuck where I was.
How far along are you in that?
I have about 3 other teams I'm working on. One's almost dead, so I don't know how that'll work out.
Oh,
But I just need 2 more to pass.
I'm not laughing in character. That just caught me off guard.
So, we're not working against these teams, are we? We could always work together, right?
No, the crossroads work regardless of who's interacting with them. So if you go in, you're not gonna potentially meet up another team. You're just gonna go in and try to get out. It's not a competition between each other. It's more of a competition between you and the world.
Oh, well,
understandable. World's always trying to fuck you, it doesn't matter how.
I've
It's a
had
very
less luck with
grim outlook
people.
on life, my friend.
I'll take my chances with the world.
Well, regardless of that, she comes over, shakes Orwell's hand, comes over, like nothing, shakes Kor's hand, comes over to Colt, shakes his hand, comes over to Idril, shakes your hand. Then comes over here. Well, my job's basically done. Yeah, I'm gonna take a dip in the water.
Hey, cool. Catch me if you can.
She jumps in like it's nothing and just begins to horse around.
Hey.
Guys, we have the best guide.
Are we the worst, honestly? If they're so carefree.
I mean, I don't know, kind of relate.
Fair.
Truth.
Are you guys gonna come swimming or what?
I mean, just put on my clothes for the morning. I don't feel like getting wet.
I'll swim for a little bit, my friend.
That's the spirit. What's life without a little joy?
Love it. I'll just sit by this fire that's probably not going and polish up my gun.
Alright.
Yeah,
As you
I'm
sit
not sure about that.
thankfully enough the fire isn't going, so you don't need to worry about the flames.
Ah. Just walk through the fire.
But for thematic value, I'll give you a fire.
Nice.
But besides that, Colt, you are able to clean out your gun, make sure it's ready and prepared for the next event, wherever or whatever they might be. After a while, you are enjoying yourselves, but you still have a mission to take. If you take another day, well, what's another day? But right now, it's close to noon, and, well, you have yet to press forwards.
Yeah, it's probably time to get on
Someone
the road.
yell out to Core. Core! We're leaving!
I'm coming! I'm coming! Well, it was really nice to go for a swim with you, and yeah, hopefully the next time we see you, we won't be trapped in hell.
Probably not, unless you get wind up in the crossroads of hell, but you never know. As she just bolts through the water.
You're like a fish. Well, it was a pleasure.
She waves, submerges down, and then you don't see her come back up.
Till next time.
She was cool, guys. We better not get on her bad side.
Well, if she doesn't think we're idiots already, I think we're good.
Nah. Let's just have some fun on the way. You never know when it's gonna be your last day.
That's
So,
fair.
That is true.
we're heading east.
Correct.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I believe you did receive a small map. You're heading towards the current city of... Well, your end point is Hellspot. Your current destination is Celeste, which is only a day and a half away.
Oh, we're getting close. Alright,
Since it's noon, we can do that half day today of travel.
true. So then we should get there by the end of the day tomorrow.
Exactly.
All right. As you travel for roughly around an hour and a half, you do come across the riverbank that the lake was housing. You did know and make mention that the water does come towards a bridge. Towards that destination, however, you do see a pulled over wagon that's on its side, much like, well, the first one you saw. Another individual currently dangling from the bridge, and 3 venomous vipers all around. She does seem to be trying to get back up, but every time she puts another hand, she has to immediately remove it as the snake goes for it. You do not know how long this has been going on.
Do we need to roll initiative?
What are you
Can
going
I
to do?
fire a shot off at the snake that's right above her?
I want to activate my giant might.
I want to run towards the damsel.
I want
Alright.
to shoot the snake.
You are 1 action away. So, before you roll turn order, each one based off of top to bottom will gain an action they can do, and then afterwards, roll a turn order. So first, Colt.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, let me pull up the character sheet for the attack.
That does hit.
7 piercing damage.
As you manage to get close enough, you manage to take your pepper box out, piercing through the veil of its flesh and bone. A good amount of it does break off. About half of its body's torso? I forget how snakes, if they have torsos. But regardless of my
Sure.
terrible biology,
The torso area.
does break apart. You can tell that it's heavily wounded and likely won't survive another type of shot like that. Core, what are you doing?
I'm going to run towards the damsel. So, I have a crossbow too that I can fire.
All right. As you see the damsel in distress with your crossbow in hand, you do notice that the wagon next to you does contain a lot of things. From what you can discern, it seems to have jewels, potions, spell scrolls from the language you can read. You can also determine that the large casks do contain, well, based on the language, it's Elven, Sylvan, and not primordial, sorry. The language of the devils.
Infernal.
Infernal. So, normally these types of drinks are highly expensive. To have this much quantity is extremely valuable. If you decide to leave this person and just take their stuff, it would be highly profitable.
Well, regardless, I've reformed. It's hard, but I'm gonna stick to my goal and try and save the lady.
All right.
Unless I can't see any other humanoid creatures in the area, just the snakes
From what
and
you
the
can
lady.
From what you can tell, there is nothing around. However, what's your passive perception?
It's 12.
You can feel a sensation in the air of humming. Not as if someone is humming, but like the beat of a wing extremely rapidly.
Well, I'm not going to take any time to investigate. I need to save the lady.
That's fair.
That one.
All right, go ahead and swing.
$11.
11, unfortunately, does not hit.
And the spiritual weapon, my mace. I'm going to summon that and make an attack on the same snake.
Are you able to do so in the
As a
exact
bonus
same
action.
round?
I believe when I
so.
summon
Because
it,
it's a
I can
bonus
make
action.
it.
Summon it,
yes.
and you can. Yeah. The first time you summon it, you can use an attack as a bonus action with it as you summon it.
Then after that, you can move it 20 feet and repeat the attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you cast. I love
A
that.
19.
All right, that does hit.
For 9 force damage.
As your spiritual weapon does slash straight into... What kind of weapon is it?
It's mace.
As the mace and...
A mace of joy.
As a mace
It's
with a
mace
giant
a smiley
smile
face.
bashes into the creature, it does sustain a good amount of damage. Half of the body is flattened down, and it does not look good. Another swing like that, another club, or maybe another smile would be able to take it down.
Hold on, milady.
Idril.
Okay. So I'm gonna run up. And do I have like a clear view on all three of them?
You do. You also see the wagon itself and all its contents.
I'm not really. I'm kind of concerned about saving the person too. So I'm just gonna cast Scorching Ray. And let's go down the line. Closest one first.
Scorching Ray, unfortunately, does not hit.
Okay. Well, I got two
Second
more.
one.
So does that one hit?
That one does.
Okay. So 8 fire damage.
All
Is
right.
the second shot on the second one? Still?
No, it was still on the first one. I'm just working my way down the line. If one lives, then I keep going. Is
Makes
it
sense.
alive or no?
The first one managed to be struck in by the very flames themselves, begins to burn and cinder away.
Alright.
The weapon of spirituality still remains.
Yes. Alright,
that is
now
mace
next
right
one in
there?
line. Oh no, natural one.
Yes, that is a mace. You should be able to control it now.
Can
It
you
goes
move your
right
mace
into the
then?
water.
Yeah.
Alright. That's my turn.
Just in case I gave control to the wrong person. No, it should be core.
Everything looks great. Thank you.
Okay. Move it however you will. Let's see how long you survive, though.
Oh,
I'm
Or
not
a
sure.
lot.
I can't see the turn order.
We haven't got the turn order yet.
You've
Yeah.
been
This
given an
is
action
technically
to do.
surprise round.
Lovely. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that at the end of your turn, Juice?
yeah, I said
Yes.
that.
Orwell, you're up first. Next. Last.
Okay, I'm going to activate
Now.
Giant Might with the bonus action if I have one, and
Mhm.
walk up to here. And this distance, so I can throw with disadvantage a hand axe.
All right. $20 does hit.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Are you surprised?
Yeah, there's another 1d6 because I used Giant Might.
Well, he was rolling at
14.
disadvantage. Was why I was surprised.
Yeah, I'm surprised. The other one was a nat 20.
I mean, 25 and 20 kind of does that. But the giant hand axe, because for some reason decided to make it big, swings in and butchers into the creature. It cuts it in half and it stays down. The size of the hand axe is not correlating, but it is impressive.
No, the hand axe was small, only I'm big.
Okay,
He just froze it really hard because he's big.
make it tiny.
Yeah, I'm twice as tall now.
Don't forget to collect your weapons, by the way. But the
Yep.
viper is now dead.
Now we
And
roll for
now you will
initiative.
roll initiative. In order to add your token into the initiative, there are two things you can do. One is right-click it,
Yeah. I
and the
forgot to
other one
click-
is clicking on it and then rolling for initiative.
Alright, I'll reroll. I still got good.
So how do I just add it into the initiative?
Oh, wow, mine was so much more shit.
Here, I should be able to do it. Why won't it let me do it? Let's see.
I can change my own number, it looks like. If that's what you're talking about.
I just don't know how to do it.
You click your character and you click
Mhm.
initiative.
Click
Oh.
the token, then
Like,
hit
you click your
initiative.
token and hit initiative.
Correct. Sorry. My bad. The right-click and integrating initiative was only a GM thing.
I can my token, and I
Yeah.
out my
Yeah.
token.
So you just click your token like you're moving it around, right?
Yeah.
And then you click initiative on your character sheet.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay. And remaining Viper, woman currently in peril. Viper got a 13 and oh, she didn't roll that well. She got a 4.
A viper better die.
All right, Idril, you're up first.
Firebolt.
18 does hit.
Damn it! 1 damage.
All right.
Alright.
As the fireball bashes straight into the snake viper, you see that you manage to grab one of the eyes straight out of its socket. It burns and bellows into it. However, it's only one small part of its entire torso. So whatever you did, it was impressive. It's just one eye.
Yeah. Alright.
Any movement or bonus action?
I'm actually just gonna stay right here because I don't want to mess with anybody's shot on the bridge, so I'll
All
stay
right,
where I'm at.
Colt.
Clear line of sight.
Look at you flexing.
And fire.
You're lucky it's daytime.
15.
Yeah,
15
for
does hit.
real.
Human.
5 piercing damage.
Piercing into the sinew of the snake, you do manage to strike it hard, however not down, but it is considered bloodied. So not too much, but just enough to make sure that you can take it down as long as, well, unfortunately, it does take its next turn though. But,
Well, if it didn't die, then I'll action surge and shoot it again, so it dies.
okay,
16.
does it.
5.
Oh, the 9 is the,
The 9 is
Yeah,
for the
advantage.
crit.
mhm.
Yeah.
As you take your round, making sure that it does die, piercing through the veil of its other eye, it does pierce in, it does hurt, it can tell and you can tell that it's close to death. However, just barely, even without legs, it's on its last 2 legs.
Damn it, why
Yeah.
won't you die?
All right.
Okay. That's my turn.
Uh,
Or I guess I'll move up a little.
yeah, I was about to say you can also move.
Ah. Yeah, there's fine. Okay, that's my turn.
All right, Orwell and Colt, you now can also see the goodie of wagons. Or well, you could have saw it last turn, but I forgot to mention it. Would you have done anything?
No.
Okay. Just check.
Can I ask ahead of time? When I become large class using Giant Might, do I still have the same movement?
I believe so.
It would specify if it
It would
changed.
specify.
No, it just says I become large class among the other
Yeah,
things that are
then your
irregular to
movement
just
doesn't
being
change.
large class.
I'm afraid not
The
to.
only time your movement changes is if it like directly says increases your walking speed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jump into your token, Josh.
What did happen?
I don't know.
I
I don't know.
He's not on the turn order anymore either.
somehow I think it got deleted. That's weird.
My
whatever.
token die.
You
You're
might be in
back
the
in.
crossroads.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen that immediately, but
I had a 17.
Yeah, he was before me.
okay. Huh, that's weird. It doesn't give me. Well, I'll just remember the 17. It's fine.
Yeah, he's after core.
All right. Snake comes in, goes immediately towards core. The snake, surprisingly enough, has a massive movement of speed, going directly towards core's neck. It will try to pierce in, and you can tell core that it does have dripping fangs.
Uh-oh.
But it rolled poorly, so it hits the ground before it could actually reach your neck. But watch out for that.
Watch out, watch out!
Adrian.
Oh, yes. So I will swing my greatsword over Core's head.
Okay,
I'm
but will
gonna
you attack?
activate my storm rune, my self advantage.
All right.
$18.
18 does hit. With your storm rune in check and your height against core also in check, just posturing for your own sake, smashing into the snake's venomous face. With two eyes missing, he was still able to go straight towards core, which is surprising. But none of that matters now as you bash in with your great sword straight through and through.
Decapitated.
I'll use the second level spell slot.
As soon as that last snake goes down, I'll run over and help this woman
Yeah.
up over the edge.
All right.
I'll heal him.
Do
Helping
you
you
want
over.
my rope?
For more snake.
Did you just say do you want more rope or snake?
I want to look for more snakes.
Oh, okay. Persuasion. I'm not persuasion. Perception.
Persuade me to
Come
get
out, come
more
out.
enemies.
Wow,
With
you're
advantage on
snake
accident.
charmer. You don't need it.
As you pierce around looking towards the area, perhaps there's some snakes in the grass, the forest, the riverbank, the waterfall. No snakes. However, you do and can tell that there are other creatures around. Not attacking, but almost on standby. Not moving, but watching.
Are they in the air? Like this one's floating above the water. Is that one in the tree?
This one, the ones at the tree are in the tree. The one floating on top of the water is roughly 60 feet in the air.
I wanna ready to throw another hand axe at the one in the tree if it comes closer.
From what you can tell, much like a familiar would, they're not actively attacking you. More than likely, insects that see or interact with what would be considered food, they're not interacting in that manner.
All right.
But Colt and Idril do manage to pick her up. At this point, it would have passed. I think spiritual weapon only lasts a minute.
Just a minute.
All right. A hand axe still next to Idril, and the woman does get saved.
I shrink.
You shrink. Oh wait, sorry. You go big. You shrink. The woman gets back up, looks towards you. You can tell that she's coughing up not blood, but water itself. After a few little checking your body, as often one would, after a perilous threat, she looks towards you. Who had the rope?
I did.
I
Okay.
have rope. I would have offered it, but if they didn't
I
need it,
have rope.
Okay. So looking towards you, Colt, she does state, thanks. I thought I was about to die there. Is my wagon okay?
Define okay.
I mean, is it still there?
It's still there, yes.
Okay, good. Is everything still there, though?
I don't know what all you had.
Like, forgive me for saying, but did you take anything?
I didn't. Israel, did you?
No.
Core, you take anything from that wagon?
Core's currently behind a wagon.
I'm not a crook.
Core, get away from the wagon.
I'm just making sure everything's okay. Is
Uh,
there a business ledger? Or anything?
There is a business ledger, book
Would you give
looking
me
thing.
a minute?
Unless you decide to open it, it's just a book that looks like a ledger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would have taken a moment to look at the name on it and see if there's a name on the wagon. Just seem to identify the owner and see if they're on the up and up. If I recognize them as a smuggler like I was.
As you open the book, you can determine that there is no writing in page. The first one. You flip over to the second one, nothing. Third, fourth, fifth, there are 50 pages, no writing visible.
Oh, well, you know, some people use tricks to hide their stuff. But if you have secrets, maybe you're not doing something right.
Possibly.
Is there a name on the wagon?
There is a name on the wagon. It's inscribed at the very back of it, where most of the, I would call it stash, but basically what she was importing or exporting, you don't know where she's going, has the word, the letter M, and then dot, and then the last name you would imagine, Esther.
Esther. Okay, well, of course I heed the call and say, I didn't touch anything. Are you Madam Esther?
No. Is everything alright? Did you take any, I don't mean to be rude, but did you take anything either?
Oh, I didn't take anything from your wagon. We rescued you.
Did you take the ledger or did you put it back?
I put it back.
Okay. Or while you've been hearing this, do you say, did you take anything? Or not, do you say, did you take anything? Do you say I didn't take anything either?
Leaning over the bridge, looking, saying it.
Okay. She then looks towards you, Lot, and goes, alright, good. I'd be in a bit of trouble if you did.
Are you threatening us?
No, Core,
no.
I don't think she is.
Well, we just saved her. She's acting awful suspicious.
She wanted to make sure no one took her shit. I completely understand that.
Wealth more important than your life?
No, the wealth is part of my life. I'm basically transporting it to the town of Celeste. I was basically, what's the word? Ambushed along the way, and they cracked one of the wheels from the wagon. It toppled over, and I was trying to make sure that nothing fell in, and when I saw one of the items get closer to the bridge, I went to go get it. She points towards this direction. And then that's when snakes just appeared out of nowhere and cornered me where I was, and then I slipped. And that's right around where you came in.
So these people that attacked or whatever and broke a wheel, where are they? How did you get away?
I don't know. They disappeared after they attacked. Maybe they got spooked by something, but I can't honestly say for sure. My, boss, Mr. Esther, told me to watch out for bandits and creatures out here, but I haven't been attacked so far, except for by, well, people.
Hmm.
By the way, remember, I'm not saying she's lying, but unless you say, like, I'm highly suspicious of her, or, can I roll insight? I'm not going to say, roll insight to see if she's telling the truth.
That's what I'm sitting here contemplating about if I should or not.
Mm-hmm.
I just told you she was suspicious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is
I
why...
stand by it.
Yeah, which is why I brought it up. Go ahead and roll insight to see if you feel
Okay.
anything's up.
Because, like, I don't think everything's as copacetic as she's letting on. Even though that insight shit.
I know a criminal when I see one.
Fair enough.
Cons, no cons.
Examining what they do and how they're interacting with the world, how things are going on. Idril, yeah, makes perfect sense. Got recently attacked, can't really get the story straight because it recently just happened. So of course she doesn't have all the details. She didn't know where they went because obviously it was in an ambush. Or she's lying. It's kind of hard to tell. Core, you've been around this road time and time again. People do often enough ambush you if you do the wrong things or just have terrible luck. In this case, you actually examined the wagon. No cracked wheel. So that's already one strike for her story. Looking around, you can tell that if she was after an item that went onto the bridge, it's either on her person or not currently visible. So that's kind of an iffy thing. The third thing, though, is if the wagon went down and she was being attacked by the wild, why wouldn't they take their time to empty out their wagon and then just bolt out?
That's what
Something's not adding right. Currently, you have this information, not everyone.
You better come inspect your stuff. It looks like your cart was damaged pretty bad.
All right. Thank you.
I turn around and I wink at Orwell and give him a little head nod, trying to give him the signal.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Emphasis on your card is hurt pretty bad.
I'll take this time to reload my 3 shots that I have fired.
All right. As you're taking your time, Orwell not understanding what subtle is, she more or less is examining her card, but Core, you can tell that while she is examining it, you obviously know that she's scoping out the area rather than it. It's more of what is exactly going on around me and how can I get out of the situation. You've been in this situation before, just not in this precise situation. However, she is feigning looking over her wagon, which gives you probably time to tell the others what exactly is going on. Or your best estimate.
I'm just gonna, pat my mace a little bit and tell her, if she's having trouble with her inventory, I can help her with the book. And I'll pick up one of the ledgers that I had seen earlier and flip it open and ask her, to reveal the ink for me to help.
Looking at you and then looking at the ledger, she then states, "Oh, I'm afraid I don't really know how to do that. The book itself should be empty, though. I was just told to deliver it."
I'm not sure that you were, ma'am.
I'm gonna give you this one. How would she know if it was empty if all she was supposed to do is deliver it?
Yeah.
That's a very blatant lie. No need to roll for that one.
So, I'm gonna take out my mace and point it at her, and ask her where the real owners of the wagon are.
You really couldn't just leave well alone, now could you? Roll initiative.
Pulling back out the gun.
I don't know why it rolled 3 times. What the hell?
Maybe you just really wanted to fight.
I guess
It's just
so.
roll 20 being roll 20.
Unfortunately, roll 20 is still kind of in beta. So,
Yeah,
it'll
after
happen.
all these
Wait, Josh,
years.
wow, you have a +6 dex?
No, I get my intelligence to my initiative.
Oh,
Wait.
oops.
Initiative 4, isn't it dex plus proficiency?
Depends on what
I don't.
you're playing.
I don't think you get proficiency to initiative.
To initiative? No? Okay.
No, it's just dex usually.
Mm-hmm. There might be some class that gives
I
you...
just-
Disadvantage.
I get to add my intelligence mod to my initiative because
Yes.
Bladesinger.
Alright, now I have to look for her separate character sheet.
Oh,
Because I didn't think you would
correct.
call her out immediately. Give me 1 second.
Man, I was fully ready to just like, be
But
like hey,
now
you
I'm really
wanna
confused
travel
though, because like
together?
the snake thing. How did that situation get?
I have a thought, but I'm not gonna say it.
Bad
We'll see
luck.
after. We'll see after.
Yeah, I have a thought. I
It's
don't
just
like
a job
this thought.
gone bad.
I'm trying to drop a big oof on her right at the start, so.
Fair.
Oh,
She
yeah.
doesn't it!
Now, she has a separate token.
Ah! She changed.
Oh, she rolled well. 18.
Shit!
Alright.
This isn't good. I don't get the buff up yet.
Or call it out. Maybe you'll be lucky and the cleric will get attacked.
I think this one is appropriate.
Yeah, lucky. I get my mace out. I'm ready.
Alright. Looking around, she does look towards you. Afterwards, she immediately puts on a cowl and face mask. Immediately, with just the visibility of her eyesight, you can tell that she's her stance is different. She is actively battle ready. Rather than a fair maiden that was being attacked by vipers you just saved recently, she is, in fact, very prepared. However, because you got this already, you can tell that she's not only looking at you, but the environment, but specifically towards the areas of where the strange creatures are currently waiting. She then says something in a strange language. Do any of you speak with animal?
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay, some classes give you that. I believe the barbarian can, depending on what route
Yeah,
Once
totem
you-
way later on you can.
Yeah, way later I think once you
I
actually
think
get
like level 8 or maybe it's 12.
No, I think once you become Totem of the Bear, you can cast Speak with Animals. Cast is the word, though.
you take. I know there is also some other ways you can build things, but I digress. You can tell that she's not speaking in a normal humanoid tongue. She then goes immediately for Colt, because he's the closest.
Colt, you mean core?
But of course.
Yes.
Core. I'm like,
Uh,
Got a
huh?
lot of
I'm on the
Cs.
bridge.
She decides to flash step there. No. Going towards Core, she immediately draws out what appears to be a small, thinly veiled black dagger from her dress. If you weren't an assassin or had a criminal background, you probably would have been surprised and got attacked with advantage. But based on your own background, well, we're just going to give her a flat roll. I'm pretty sure 21 hits.
He does. It hurts.
All right. That's 6 plus 5. She stabs into you and leaves and removes her hand, so the blade is now still stuck to you. If you weren't sure what exactly happened, you would not have felt the blade go in, much less see it. She is skilled. However, so are you, Colt.
Okay. Looking at my shots here. Spend one of my grit points to do a Deadeye for advantage.
All right.
So 24.
Does hit.
10 piercing damage.
All right. Releasing your pepper box straight at her, you smash straight through her skin, through the veil and through the other end. However, she is hurt, but not as bloodied as you would imagine. So she is more or less prepared. That being said, that definitely did hurt. There's no getting around that. Another couple shots like that and she'll definitely go down.
Okay. That's my turn.
All right. Idril.
Okay. So I would like to cast Witch Bolt at 2nd level on her.
Mm-hmm.
God dang it. That's a failure.
Yeah, unfortunately. Aiming directly
Alright.
towards her, you cast Witch Bolt, which she easily moves to the side, but it does hit her wagon. Thankfully enough, the wagon is actually sturdy, which you can now tell that that lie of broken wagon wheel, that's a little bull.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since Maggie didn't do it.
Alright, and then seeing that Core's already got roughed up, I'll pull out my rapier and slip into my blade song and position over or across from him, kinda.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Core.
Alright. So I'm going to raise my mace and make like I'm gonna swing. But in the last incident, I'm going to hold up my shield and use my holy symbol to summon my spiritual weapon and strike her with that using my bonus action and another level 2 spell slot.
All right. I'm assuming just next to her?
14. Yeah, just next to her.
Summoning
Is
your,
it 14 hit?
summoning your spiritual weapon, you go straight towards the attack. However, she is able to dodge, but just barely. It does almost hit her head, but it is just shy of actually hitting it.
And I'm going to use my action to disengage.
All right. Orwell.
I'm gonna get big again, and I'm going to swing
Mhm.
at her. $16.
Does hit.
Action surge, swing again. 23.
As you grow big and slash straight towards her, 23 does also hit. It'd be surprising if 16 hit and 23 did not. I digress. Slashing straight through her blade.
Voodoo. She do.
Piercing her collarbone, you do pierce in and then as the next strike, slash straight through. You can tell that she's bloodied. She is definitely hurt. She might have picked on someone that maybe can fight back, unfortunately for her. She is very hurt, and another combo attack like that will likely, if not kill her, definitely make her think twice. Anything else?
That's it.
At the end of your turn, unfortunately, however, she is not alone. So the bugs come in and swarm. Colt, unfortunately, gets hit by one. Core will be attacked by another. Hooray! Unfortunately, they moved all the way there, but cannot attack. Unfortunately for them, it might save you guys.
But the one in the bottom right.
The one in the bottom right gets just about to this tree. But Colt and Core aren't so lucky. Although they do not have the best modifiers, it's still a possibility. So that's 1 for Colt, and that's 1 for Core.
Mine misses.
I got hit.
A 14?
Wait.
14 was
yeah.
for Colt.
14 was for Colt. 14 was
Oh,
for me.
thank
14
God.
misses. Armor class 16.
I'm mixing up our names. It's the DM, he made me.
That's fair. Okay, Gunman, 14, does that hit?
No.
All right, and Core,
Gunman!
I am assuming 5 does not hit you.
No.
If you have an AC of 5, I feel bad for your character.
Why are you alive?
If you have an AC problems, I feel bad for you, son.
Speaking of AC problems, someone might have one. Well, considering the person that's most likely going to possibly kill her, it's either Colt or the big guy that just stabbed into her twice. Aiming towards Orwell, she does bring out what appears to be 2 other finely disguised daggers. To you, Orwell, it looks like she's about to just stab you with her hands. Core, you can clearly tell she has 2 blades. Okay, I swear I just heard
Watch
nothing.
out!
Sorry. Into her palms and are directly towards his abdomen. Thankfully enough, even with the large and reduced size, that does not change the AC, which is great, more or less.
For you.
Sorry, I was hearing knocking, because apparently someone else did too. Oh,
Oh no. Oh no.
yeah,
Oh,
okay.
damn.
And she's going to spend 2 points to do the second one. I'm assuming 12 does not hit.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
This could be
on my
bad,
Snickers.
boys.
So that is 1d6 increased to 2d6 plus 5. Thankfully enough, the bonus does not increase.
We good. We got this.
That's a 12.
Okay.
God. That is over half my health. That is scary.
Piercing in, she leaves the blades inside and backs up her hands. Again, Orwell, you can't tell if her hands are just blades, but you don't see any blades sticking out of you or in her palms. It's a little confusing. Colt.
Strange.
Alright. I'll spend my last grit point to give myself advantage, and I'll make this one sharpshooter as well, so -5 penalty. 21.
Does still hit.
Okay, so that is 21 points of piercing, because sharpshooter I get to add 10 if it hits, with a -5 penalty.
Nice. Piercing in her, you do manage to stab and
Wait. Christian, didn't you burn a thing for advantage?
That was last turn.
shit!
Yes.
Yeah!
There's a
Thank you,
crit
Josh.
right there, sir.
I didn't even look at that.
Yeah.
I blinked. Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
also
Hey.
a crit point back, isn't it? Or no?
Yeah, because I crit.
I believe so, yeah. Great job.
So
I
that's
got you, bro.
23. Thank you, Josh. I am...
Whew. I
All
didn't
right.
even think about that. I was like, yeah, sharpshooter worked.
Well, like, I heard you say advantage, and I was like, there's a green number there.
Roll damage again. We're gonna omit the second number,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
the plus number. So we're gonna add 11 and 10.
21.
So that's for the crit, then plus 10 for sharpshooter, so 31?
No, 11
No?
and 10 are your
21.
are your flat out attack thanks to the bonus, thanks to the crit, and then
So
sharpshooter.
now you add mod.
Yeah, then you add 10. That's all added with mods and everything, though,
Okay.
I do believe.
Oh, okay.
Why is it
Well,
say
roll
plus
20
three?
Yeah, it does
automatically.
roll it with mods. So
Do you not
that's
count the
kinda-
plus 3?
No.
the plus 3 is basically the
That's the extra damage die being rolled.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the first number is added with mods, as long as you have it that way in your character sheet, which I do.
Yeah, so that's kind of the problem.
You know what? For now, we'll just add it. It
Yeah.
kind of makes no
Or I
difference.
think I can look over the number. And
I'm gonna take
then-
it she's dead from that sentence.
Well, it depends on Colt. How would you like to take her down?
Art.
Heart it is. Heart it is. Piercing through, she only had 20 health left. Piercing through straight towards the chest area. And piercing through the veil of her skin and bone. Much like beforehand, but, you know, the clothing as well. You managed to pierce straight through her heart. Unfortunately enough, she does not reciprocate, as she falls to the ground dead. Maybe one day you'll pierce someone's heart, and they'll reciprocate, but not today. Which is good, because she's also trying to stab your friends.
Yeah.
So, she's dead.
Do I get a grip point? Yeah, I get a grip point back for kills too.
Correct.
So I have both my grit back. No grit
Nice.
used.
Alright.
Managed to take her down. You can tell that you're now stuck with a wagon that's toppled to the side, which, I don't know, you can maybe figure out something to do. But also, dead body. Unfortunately for her, though, well, maybe not unfortunately for her, these bugs are, familiars, so as soon as she dies, they just vacate the area.
Poof, 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 poof.
They just immediately disperse.
Naruto shadow clone smoke goes everywhere.
Yeah, kind of. Although no, two. You're now stuck with a dead body,
Yeah.
A wagon?
I'm gonna start looking for the cart.
items.
I'll reload my gun.
I'm gonna look through her body.
Yeah, I'm looking for the cart.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a rest.
I'm being very careful though with the cart because I'm not trusting any of this, so I'm making sure it's not trapped as I go.
Roll investigation.
I'd probably ask Core to help me with this, knowing a bit of his background.
Orwell, are you also going to check if her body is trapped?
No.
Okay. Police sirens. Go go ahead and roll dexterity saving throw.
I give you all guidance because I tell you, you guys do whatever you want. I need to sit down after that fight.
Uh,
So I got a 21 for my investigation on the
I
cart.
haven't moved from where I am. I'm just reloading my gun.
I hope I'm not about to take some herdedids.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, because Orwell, well, it's not really his fault. It's kind of me for putting a trap on a person's body.
Poison in the vag.
No. So, I made you roll a dexterity saving throw to see if you could stop the thing before it activated. You didn't. So now, anyone within 5 feet, which would be Core, Idril, and Orwell. Colt, you're
Thanks,
fine.
guys.
Dex saves all around. -1.
I'm
Well-
still.
well-
Hold up. Is this like right after the combat?
Like 10
Because
minutes
I
after.
might have advantage on this. 10 minutes after? Never mind then.
No, I'll let you have advantage. It's only fair.
While they're doing this, I'll go pick up Orwell's hand axe that was thrown earlier.
Another
15,
And
well
imagine by the
placed.
time I get halfway across back from the bridge, this is happening.
Yeah. As you go over to get the hand axe, you retrieve it. You now have one hand axe. Oh, y'all roll pretty well. So you only get half damage. You then see the strange blades. Unlike Core, who saw them beforehand, you now see strange metallic structures begin to rise up from her gown. You didn't see them before, but now it looks like a kind of short-tailed peacock. And then immediately they disperse into the sky and around you, sinking into each one's flesh. But thankfully enough, you are able to dodge half of them, so reduce this to half. This is considered slashing,
Okay.
so if you have like anything to reduce that, then you reduce it to a quarter. But it's only 4d6 plus... Oh, there's 6 blades. 4d6 plus 6. Let's see. She pierced one into core. She pierced two into... No, she missed one. So Orwell has one. She has one in her hand. So it's 5 blades. Sorry, just doing the math. 4d6 plus 5. Oh, I
Owie.
rolled okay. Bad. And then the plus 5.
And you
Owie.
said that was half.
Yes, thankfully enough, everyone passed.
Okay.
Colt, you notice your friends just get hurt a lot.
Yeah. That was
What are you
over
guys
half my
doing
health.
over there?
Oh.
Which one of you sprung a trap on everyone?
Orwell.
I think she left some sort of trigger on her body.
You think? What made you think that? Is it the knives in all of us?
It's the knives.
I'll run up to Core and make sure Core is okay.
He's hurt pretty bad.
I'm just whispering, think happy thoughts, and I'll use my healing word.
Okay, I don't have a way to heal you, so.
I'll walk up to Orwell. Here's your axe, idiot.
You now retrieved your axe.
Thanks.
Alright. I'm back to checking the cart for traps. I rolled a 21 earlier.
Cool.
I'm checking the woman's body again.
I'm gonna stand back from Orwell.
Okay. Are you checking for traps this time?
Well, no.
Okay.
Oh my god, Adrian.
I'll
It
explain
already
what
went off.
I'll explain what happens to Idril, and then I'll get to you. So, Idril, thankfully enough, you found no traps, which is surprising. Examining the area, you can tell and discern that there is a large chest of gems, jewels, and the like. You can discern that the demonic wine, the elven wine, and the sylvan wine, but the sylvan wine's more expensive, you know, Feywild creature things, are full. But the shit's heavy. You're gonna have to use the wagon if you decide to move it around. Examining the jewels, the chest, and the like, they are unfortunately fake, but they could still be sold at a relatively decent price. The value of the quantity would probably range you 200 gold.
Okay. Fake jewels and gems around 200 GP worth. Any of the scroll casings or potions that were talked about earlier, or is that all fake too?
That is unfortunately also fake. It seems that most of the stuff that's real would be the less valuable cargo, the wines. There are a few other boxes that you have yet to open, but I'll get back to that later. In the meantime, Orwell,
Was anybody gonna stop me?
was anyone? I know Colt said
Are
he
you
was
gonna
backing
stop
up.
yourself?
Nope, I backed up.
Yeah.
Well, no,
I'm
the trap already
looking.
went off.
I'm looking for stuff. Core is hurt, so no.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'll
Orwell,
search your pockets.
go ahead and roll a. I guess this would be a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
He
I
says
think
it
you
so
still have
happily. He
guidance?
rolls a 9.
I do.
Guidance
Yeah,
lasts
you
a minute.
would.
It's concentration for one person.
Guidance
Also-
cannot be used on saves. It's for checks.
Oh
only, right?
yeah.
But
It's
you're also a
less for
hulking
saves.
tower of earth. Like, I don't know why you don't have default advantage on strength. You're wrong.
Am I still big?
For a little bit longer, yes.
And then do I? It doesn't say I do.
Then you don't.
Okay, so as you examine her body, the first time around you got shredded with blades. Getting back up, well, the trap's been sprung, so you go back into her person while Eljo's examining what's currently in the wagon. You know, he's got that covered. Colt and Core begin to back up, trying not to get hit again. You then find what appears to be a small little chest in her pocket. It's about the size of what appears to be a jewelry box. Not that big, definitely something you can carry, so you begin to open it. Immediately soon after, it begins to almost break apart not break, but the hinge of the opening sensation begins to almost force your hand to move, as if a great force is trapped inside. You begin to try to close it, keep it closed to make sure that it does not do what it intends to do. but your hand is unfortunately not quick enough, or in this case, not strong enough to keep it contained, which is kind of ironic. Thankfully, though, it's not as strong as the first one, and it's only to the first person that tries to open it. So it's 1d6 force damage if you can reduce that.
Nope.
5. As a box basically explodes in your hands.
Bitch. Ah, my fucking hand.
I just call over. Orwell, maybe you should start checking stuff before you just try to open it.
Yeah, that sounds like an intelligent idea now, doesn't it?
I was just trying to find what she had on her body.
That's
Well,
exactly
now
the point.
it's been blown up.
Unfortunately,
I
only in the box. He has yet to completely explore.
I didn't want to open the box, but maybe I would have opened the box. So
Given how things currently went, you probably would have opened the box.
Knowing your character who likes to hit and do everything, you open the box.
I just based it on your character. If you decided not to, we can roll back and you can retake that 5.
I mean, I was gonna search her body. I didn't decide if I was gonna open anything.
Sure. I'll just give this one to Colt. Colt, you see him take out a small little chest and it begins to vibrate as soon as it hits the ground. Maybe tell him not to open that one when he's going to open things. Or
Orwell,
examine.
put the chest down. Chest don't vibrate.
Put the shiny stuff down.
I know,
Chest
it's
don't
weird.
Put it down.
Well, I
Do
can
you
put it
want
on the
another
ground.
explosion in your face?
I'm just holding it, okay?
Don't
Continues to
open
shake.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I'll just go back to Idril and then finish off what she has on her body.
also probably should have mentioned this a while ago, but if it helps, I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic to help me in my investigations.
No magic, surprisingly.
Okay.
However, you can detect that one of the
Except
boxes.
from box.
Except from yourselves, the box itself is not magical. It's just heavily trapped.
Ah, interesting.
Like if you decide to open it later on, I will tell you that it's caked with gunpowder, and there is a razor that scrapes onto another metal plate that makes the box explode.
Yeah. Fun.
Interesting. But regardless of that, might need to heal.
Big boom.
You do see 5 remaining unopened cases. They look more like cases rather than chests.
Okay. I'll start going through them slowly, checking every single one of them, given past discrepancies today.
Fair.
I just keep yelling at you from the sidelines, casting guidance.
Okay.
Trying to make sure you don't fuck up.
I'll just use
touch.
I'll just use your 21 investigation. Thankfully enough, these aren't trapped. However, they were heavily cased and protected. Detecting magic could discern that these things were undetectable by anything. When you examine the area, you could not feel anything inside, which means that these things were specifically made sure not to be scryed on or detected. Do you open them? They aren't trapped, but that is an ominous or very interesting turn of events.
Yeah, something's trying to keep hidden. Just a second. I'm thinking.
Okay. Orwell, in the meantime, do you check her body again?
Yeah, what else is in there?
Are you checking for traps?
Yeah, I guess I'll do it a bit slowly, and I'll look at everything twice before I touch.
Okay, thankfully enough, she did not think someone would be stupid enough to try to grab things a third time. So she didn't trap it a third time. But you do get the rest of the stuff. You get, like if you're looking at her clothing, you can tell that she has a finely tuned cowl and cloak. The cloak itself is able to meld in with any weapons that she's currently carrying, almost to the presence of invisibility. However, you do need to get your metal reforged and turned black in order for this to work, if anyone decides to use this. That being said, could be sold for about 50 gold. Still good clothes, just not useful to anyone that does not want to go to all the trouble and pay more stuff. That being said, there's the box. You decide not to open the box, put it down on the ground. Maybe Colt shoots at it. Who's to say? She does have what appears to be a missive that's currently scrolled and put to the side, almost folded up, as if she's seen it before but decided to keep the piece of paper. So you can open that at any convenient point in time. She does have what appears to be 13 gold, 7 silver, and 5 copper. Besides that, she does carry 1 scimitar to her left and 1 longsword to her right. They don't seem to be magical in any way, shape, or form, but they do look expensive. So whatever or whoever she worked for definitely was able to pay her services. I don't... Would Orwell, have any... No, I'm gonna assume yes. You can tell that these weapons are highly forged and very well taken care of. So, in order to acquire one of these blades, you would have, first, the cost, the reputation, a good reputation to take care of your blades. Otherwise, a blacksmith of high value would not even give you the weapon unless you superly paid them. And you can tell that the insignia on the blades themselves do carry the sigil of almost what looks like a rose. But the rose is blue based on how the metal is tinted.
Do I recognize the sigil?
Yes. You know it as the House of Rose. It is from... let's see. Go ahead and roll history. Depends on how much information I give you.
Okay.
Would
Let's see if
I,
you've been paying
growing up
attention
with-
in your lessons.
blacksmiths have any more information on this?
Yes, but you have yet to see this.
If I see him pulling out some nice weapons, I'm gonna go look at them.
Cool.
Because I like weapons.
Go ahead and roll as well. +3. Due to your background.
Okay.
Examining the weapons, Orwell, you've
So 10,
heard of...
same thing.
Yeah. Both of you have heard the House of Rose. They are from the Shadowfell. The place itself is damp, decrepit, very macabre, very goth, just super into death. The house left that plane of existence not too long ago, but long for most other humanoids, but 300 years to be precise. You do know that they make very fine weapons and have establishments all over the place. You do know that one of their houses, one of their workshops, is in Celeste. If you decide to get them examined there, it might be beneficial, or you might be able to sell them off better there. But a 10's and 10, you only get so much.
These weapons are from the House of Rose.
Well, duh. Hence the rose.
You haven't looked at them.
He comes over and looks.
Yeah, I already said I did that, Adrian.
Yes, you both get the same thing. All right, Idril, have you made your choice?
Yes. So I'm gonna bring everybody else over to the boxes. And, so I found these boxes, and I believe they're warded of scrying and other types of magic. And I'm not sure if I should open it or not. The boxes, is it like, I don't know, with my arcane background, can I tell, like, if I open it, it's no reseal? Like, if it's open, it's open?
If it's open, it's open. You can tell it's kind of shaped in the same exact way to give real world context. If you've ever seen how a saxophone is cased, like that type of
Yeah.
case.
Ah.
So once it's open for sure. You can't just immediately clip it back. You can close it again, but it's not a quick check.
Okay. So, like, the magic won't work if I open this anymore. Or if it's even magic. I don't know what it is. It's causing
Whatever
the
is
shield.
blocking it, you felt no magic, so it might be the material itself.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to open this up. I'm gonna take it away from everybody, though, in case it blows up. I don't want to be that guy, you know?
You don't want a shower of knives again? You move
Yeah.
over to the side. Do you take all 5 cases, or do you just take one at a time?
We'll do one at a time.
All right.
And
You
I'm
open.
very methodic and careful with each one.
You open one case further away, enough that if something was to explode, like, say, a dress again, it would not hit your companions. After you
Alright.
open it, you can determine that there is a longsword of a brim bright blue pearlescent color. The strange after effect of the blue is decorated with the pearlescent hue. The blade is white, definitely white, but at the strange sensation of light, you can tell that it shifts its tone and color. The blade's hilt is black with a strange emblem of a blue rose. You remember Orwell shouting to Colt that this is the House of Rose. Then Colt said, yeah, I know. Maybe they can give you more information. Or maybe not. It kind of wasn't
Maybe
clear.
we don't want them to know that we have this either.
Yeah,
No,
but
we've killed one of theirs.
I believe...
Well, they kind of attacked us first.
Either way, they're crooks and they don't have honor.
That's not how that works, friend.
Maybe?
Just because a blacksmith's weapon ends up in the wrong hands does not mean the blacksmith is to be at fault, my friend.
We don't know this. They're from the Shadowfell.
And? What do you know about the Shadowfell?
And
Doesn't
Nara was from
sound
the
like a
Nine
nice
Hells.
Neither does Hellspring, but you were going there.
This is my first interaction with the House of Rose.
And you're already making assumptions?
Yes.
Don't you already have like a cursed sword or something?
Someone
Yeah.
has it.
I have it.
Anyways, with your magic, you can determine that this is a +1 sword, non-magical, but the metal itself is very finite and very well crafted, but not magical. So the whole making sure no one detects it, it's a little weird.
Do I recognize the material it's made out of?
You can determine that the metal itself is made out of cast iron with a mixture of copper and other metals. It is closer to steel than anything else.
Okay.
Just not quite. The next, you open the next one, and the next one contains what appears to be 30 arrows all crammed together inside of a box. The same type of metal material, these are considered +1 arrows.
Oh.
But once again, a little weird to do this. The next
Yeah.
case, once more, you then find what appears to be one long spear. The tip of the spear does contain the same type of metal, the same emblem, and the same type of hilt. However, this is a compact spear, so it can be broken apart and put upon you. So you don't have to carry a 10-foot pole,
That's cool.
but 2 5-foot poles.
Yeah.
But it's easier that way. Still strange, still weird to carry this that way. The fourth one, as you open it, does contain one broadsword. Once again, it's considered a +1 broadsword, non-magical, same metal material, same hilt. But why are they carrying these weapons this way? And then the last one does contain nothing. Whatever was inside this case did not stick around, or perhaps someone already beat you to it. Maybe one of your companions stole while you weren't looking, or maybe someone else stole from them. Or perhaps someone managed to take it before the woman that now lies on the ground dead was able to peer inside. You kind of can't tell anymore, she's dead. You can't really question her. But the case still remained.
Okay.
And that was it.
Well, I guess I'm gonna start distributing the stuff if anybody wants it. I'm gonna try to cop that +1 sword. Not the broadsword, the other one.
Longsword, broadsword,
Yeah.
30 +1 arrows, a compact +1 spear, and nothing. Who wants to take nothing?
I'll take nothing.
Well, I think
I
Core
have the
uses his
scimitar.
crossbow a little bit, so I'll take the arrows to Core. And I think you can use these better than most here. Well,
Don't wake me up. I'm trying to have
too
a nap.
late. Too late. I'll go over
Oh.
by him and I'll take the pack of arrows and I'll rattle it by his ear while he's sleeping.
Fine. Put them in my pack. How many do I get?
30.
30.
Ooh, nice.
Plus,
I just wanted a
+1
short
arrows.
rest.
Once you manage to actually attack, you then add a +1 to the damage.
Cool.
If you decide to use the +1 arrows. If you don't, it's just a regular damage pool.
And the scimitar with the family crest of rose was just a regular scimitar, yeah?
Unfortunately, yes. It's still an
Okay.
expensive item, but she did
Yeah,
not
just
carry.
want to make sure.
Yes. So, if this was, if Idril tells you exactly where the items were found, if they're +1 items, again, not magical, just very finely crafted and very painstakingly made, you can determine that based on how these two weapons were made, not at the exact same time and not for the exact same purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I need to.
Was there a
Fill
special
out.
spear you said?
Yes, it's a spear that can break apart into two and then be put back together. It's a +1 spear.
Ooh. Can I have it?
Loud.
Yeah.
My bad.
mean, yeah, I'm not gonna use it.
I take. So when it get breaks ups and do, then how does it change?
It doesn't really change, it's just easier to carry this way.
Spear is a 1/6.
Yeah, it's just a very finely crafted spear that can break apart into 2 sticks.
So I can't like throw them individually and have 2 of them.
You can, technically. It's just you won't get the reach effect if you decide to use them that way.
Yay.
So you can break them apart and use them as 2 separate spears. It just won't have the reach effect if you try to stab someone 10 feet away.
On roll 20, spears don't have reach. They're the range thrown versatile weapon.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking of a different weapon.
Lance.
Lance.
Yeah, lances.
Um,
Lances have a reach, I do believe.
Yeah, Lance has a reach. You have disadvantage if they're within 5 feet.
you know what? I'm gonna give you this one, cause I screwed up. You can use this spear as a lance. You can break it apart. You won't have the penalty of disadvantage if you attack someone within 5 feet of you. So it's a better lance, but it's still a spear.
It's a versatile lance.
Yeah.
That
So
we
it's
call a
1d6,
spear.
not 1d12, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna throw it.
It's a spear with range.
You. Okay.
Alright.
Uh,
The
awkward.
sword dancer got a new sword. Meh.
Awkward music, loudness aside, that does seem to appear to be everything that you found. In order to carry the rest, though, you are going to have to topple over the wagon so it's right side up.
So it's just the
Looks like
rest
there's
is literally
scrolls.
just fine, right?
And the scrolls are pieces of paper. Basically, they're decorative. If detect magic didn't detect magic on them, then they're not magical.
Oh, I suppose that's true.
I mean, you can open them and find out.
No, I'm trying to get a short rest in while these guys are investigating stuff.
That's fair.
But I don't know
I will once over all the pieces of paper and stuff I can find, just trying to get a clue of what was
Yeah.
going on here.
Once I get that scimitar from Orwell, I want to go sit by Core, clean up my gun, and then just examine the craftsmanship on the scimitar.
All right. You can tell that it is very finely made, handcrafted, and very well taken care of. The weapons that Idril found, better, which is surprising. That being said, though, very taken care of, and even if you don't decide to go to the House of Rose and go, oh, hey, can you take a look at the weapons we found that we probably murdered the person that was sending them to you? They could still be beneficial or useful to you along the road.
Mm-hmm.
Idril, as you're opening the pieces of paper, you remember, no magic. Thankfully enough, there's no traps left over, or at least none that you've seen. Who knows, maybe this is a 22 that you needed to roll in order to find them. Thankfully enough,
I would
it's not.
cry. QQ all my tears.
So opening the pieces of parchment again and again and again and again, all you found are kind of magical inscription writing. If you did not know that it was fake, it would kind of look like it's real, but go ahead and roll insight, because you did say you want to try to figure out what exactly is going on here.
Oh, please roll good. God damn it.
The way the cargo's carried, the way everything presented itself, and the way things are mixed, the items don't really belong to themselves. The casks of wine, the parchments, the gem jewels, the weapons with cases that aren't able to be detected by magic means. Yeah, this all looks mixed.
This was a smuggling operation. These are illegal weapons.
If that's what you think, that's what you think.
Or maybe not illegal, but I don't know if this person was the owner at all.
Well, good thing I took her weapon.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess let's take a rest, because Corey looks a little beat up.
So, how much do you think like a card is worth?
Yeah, do we want to flip this card and try to take this wine with us, or just screw it?
I mean, do we have anything to pull the cart?
Me.
No.
You're going to
Just
pull
kind
the
of
cart.
as a side note,
all
guys,
of us-
I
Yeah.
can try.
What's up,
Hmm.
Tim?
if we show up in the
Yeah,
next
the-
village with the cart
With a
that
cart
just
of
like
stuff
left
that just left.
village,
Yeah. Yeah. Very good point. Let's leave the cart.
Yeah. So I don't think we actually have any way to pull it. I don't.
I don't think
Or
we
well,
wanna
you might be
explain-
strong, but I don't think you're that strong, my friend.
back in my criminal days, I'd say we could just stake out here and charge people a toll to cross this bridge. Sell some supplies while we do it.
We have places to be, though.
True. We do kind of already have a job.
If you want to come back for some of the things, you can determine. Core, you've done this before. You've hidden caches whenever you needed to quickly get out, but also find a way to make money real quickly. Is to perhaps hide the items that you aren't able to carry at this moment in time. How you do it is up to you, but that is an option that I am thinking of that your character would think of.
Well, I bet Orwell knows how to dig a hole.
That's true. He's good at it.
I don't know about burying wine. How well is it sealed?
Let's bury the wine.
All right.
How much wine is there?
There are 2 casks. Very heavy. It does take your strength and a little bit of the strength of another person to carry it and lift it. It would be strenuous to carry more than one, especially going into town for another day. but you are able to put it into a hole if you decide to do that. They are full.
Could I get a short rest before we do any strenuous activity?
Yeah.
I just want to roll a hit dice. I feel so soft.
I'll get a short rest too if I can. Just so I can get all my stuff back.
Yeah. If you're taking short rest, feel free to roll your dice and re-add whatever you can get from a short rest.
No
Okay.
dice needed. Haven't taken damage.
Yeah, it'd be nice, Adrian.
It's not my fault.
Okay. Acceptable.
All right. One short rest later, you then begin to dig a hole. Orwell gets super excited. He hasn't been able to dig a hole for a while, just like 24 hours ago. But 24, a few, like an hour and a half later, he does get overexcited and buries the entire wagon.
Ah,
You're so much better at burying wagons than bodies, Orwell.
He did leave the bottle on the top of the forest area.
yeah. Yeah, I meant to ask, was there any, like, looser bottles, like a bottle of liquor, or no?
You could
Just
have
the wine.
emptied one of your, not wineskins, what's it called?
Water
skins, which is the exact wording I was going to use, but
Now
with
it's
water.
a wineskin.
And make it a wineskin.
Alright, yeah, I got a wineskin now.
All right.
Of that really fine Sylvan wine.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
I'm doing
That sounds
too.
enjoyable.
If
Okay.
we're gonna be on the road a lot, we might as well have something nice to sip on.
This is what I was talking about, guys. We just need to lighten up.
take what
Well, now
appears-
we have alcohol. That's perfect to lighten up with, friend.
You basically have one, not gallon, because that's way too much. One bottle of Sylvan wine. The price is high. Find the right buyer, really great. Or if you just want to hang out with the boys, really good wine to do it with.
Yep. Traveling's for the boys.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, you look at your map, mark a giant X with neon teal color, and you remember where the wagon's buried.
X marks the spot.
What are you gonna do with the body, though?
Into the river?
I was just about to say that.
Into the river it is then.
Yeah, I guess so. Into the river.
Or any objections throwing the lady who attacked you over the edge?
Not right now. It's still kind of bloody.
At this point, Core's probably still asleep and we're just eating the body.
You know what? It brings me a little bit of joy, so I don't think my god will mind a little bit.
Well, unless someone took the cloak that's going with it too.
Oh, I definitely took that off.
Okay, cool.
Most definitely.
It's still an expensive cloak, so even if you don't decide to wear it, you can sell it.
Yeah, true.
That being said, you still have the rest of the day to move.
Yeah, on the road again. To Celeste we go.
Scratch my back with the arm of the protector of the
Oh
forest.
god, I'd hope you forgot about that. I'd hoped. We made it so long without it getting mentioned.
Nah.
My teeth with its.
Man,
I do
remember
feel
his
safer
trophy.
around you, Orwell.
So,
I'm the one that like killed everything.
after a good day's travel and a long rest later, thankfully enough, you didn't encounter anything else. So go ahead and recharge to a full long rest.
Yay.
You made camp next to a well, which is pretty close to the city gate area. You do have a day's travel to get there, but it's basically a straight shoot from this direction. So, looking around, you can determine that the well is still a well. The road to take is going south. So if you follow the road, go south, and it'll continue to a straight shoot directly to Celeste.
Alright.
Very nice.
My wineskin has been empty.
Man would be fucked up.
Guys, my urine is really dark. Do we have any water?
We just swapped out all the water
You
skins
just
for
swapped out
wine.
all your water. Yeah.
We only take a level
Next to
of
a well.
exhaustion if we go a half a day without water.
You're fine for now, but someone's gonna need to buy more water skins or drink the rest of their wine and refill up.
Core, we're next to a well.
It's kind of dark down there.
There's something green at the bottom.
There is something green at the bottom.
That doesn't look good.
You can
What
check.
is that?
I
You
like
can.
my water blue or clear.
I'll
Blue
send a
water.
dancing light down in the well. I'll pop out dancing lights and send them down in the well.
All right. As you send a dancing light straight into the well, you can determine that the green is a fixture there. It's not moving around. It's not becoming ooze and trying to eat your dancing light. Thankfully,
Yeah.
you don't want that to happen again, especially after last time. You don't remember last time, but it strangely enough goes back into your mind. Nothing is attacking you.
Don't think about it.
Out of reflex, I cast shield.
No, you didn't, did you?
Like, as a
Sure.
joke, you can cast shield,
Yeah.
but no, you don't lose that spell. / reaction.
I want to try
Yeah.
and retrieve some of the green water.
All right, you get the bucket, bring it down. There is a bucket already supplied to you. Bring it back up, and there's moss in the bucket. There's also some water, but a lot of it's moss.
Ew.
No one has been using this well for a long time. That it's
Yeah.
has an inch thick coating of moss.
Moss isn't too bad. Filters the water on its own.
I'm
Moss.
gonna do my rituals and prepare my spells with a joyful dance. Happy for the moss water.
Okay, as you do so, I'm assuming Idril messes with you and puts his dancing lights next to you.
Yeah. I'll just like spin them around his head and mess with them. Because they're just here now.
As they're
It
doing
makes
that,
me
I'm
even more happy.
cleaning my gun, polishing it.
Oh, and yeah, we put the moss water on to boil.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Moss water!
After a good little bit, it's not that long, you do manage to get a good pot of boiled water. I wouldn't suggest putting it in the skin now, but after it cools, sure. Or, just carry the bucket and pray that you make it to town with a bucket of water.
That probably wouldn't go out well.
Oh, I still have a wine skin, most definitely. Just slowly sipping, enjoying.
Already cold. Jeez.
It's just a sip. I'll take one every now and then.
Half the skin is currently empty now.
That was me last night.
But after a while, you are able to refill it. You did... I think you got one of the Adventurers packs. I think one of you did. So there is a wine... Not a wine skin. Water skin there. You can refill that one.
That's
Oh yeah, that's right.
And you now have water.
Water.
Did anyone take the second Adventurers kit? Explorers kit?
I think I took the Explorers because I already had an
Let
Adventures.
me... I didn't. I would have put it in my bag. But I also already have an Explorer's kit.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
So you probably would have taken
with
the
it-
Adventures kit.
I guess so.
Because it was between you and me for the two kits. If I already have an Adventures, I would have taken the Explorers. If you already had Explorers, that means you would have got the Adventures.
True.
Sure.
Oh. Sorry, I'm tired.
It's fine.
I think that's what we worked out last session.
I'll
When
go
we
back and
found
watch
them.
the video tomorrow. I'll
Yeah.
drop it in chat. I love having that video.
Mm-hmm.
So, while you're exploring this and while your dancing lights fade into the background, because at this point they would have faded into the distance,
Oh yeah.
you do see just one traveler going to Celeste. Looks at you guys, wondering why someone's getting drunk at 8 a.m. in the morning, and the others are meditating, cleaning a gun, ready perhaps to fight, and Idril's just there.
I'm holding a vibrating little jewelry chest in my hand.
Oh, you kept that. Okay.
Uh-oh.
They wave just as a courtesy, but they look put off.
Tip my hat. Go back to cleaning
Hey.
my gun.
Hey guys, maybe we could ask her to try and open this.
Oh god,
Let's not have people open our bounties. You know what?
no. Alright.
Up to you.
Well, if he's been just holding this chest for like the entire long rest, I probably would have helped him try to disarm it so he
I
doesn't
slept
hurt
next to it.
himself. Let's take a look at that, Orwell.
Yeah, I'll help you look at it.
I'll wave at the passerby and give them a smile.
They're probably about to like look at all three of us just crowd up around the chest like Alvin and the Chipmunk style and get kablasted.
She just paused, wondering what you guys are doing after you huddle around the box, but doesn't move towards you guys. So, speaking about the box, does anyone try to disarm it?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'll try.
me and Idril.
Okay, who specifically is going to make the roll? You will have to roll sleight of hand. The one that does it, thanks to the other people's help, will get advantage.
Probably say Colt.
Yeah,
Okay.
so 20.
Thinking about the way she fought, the way things went about, the strange vibrating box might be dangerous. So, with your tools to fix your gun, you use one of the strange metal bended parts to bend in and block the strange vibrating sound, or at least try to feel where it is. As that happens, you are able to make it open easier, and then you begin to lift, trying to check what exactly is vibrating inside. As you begin to open it slightly, you can tell that there's a blade to the other edge of the box, but thankfully enough, the metal is keeping it from hitting it. You remove it, and you can tell that there is two things inside. One is what appears to be a small container that is clear. Inside of that small clear container is gunpowder. You would easily be able to determine what that is. The
Score.
second thing inside, other than the metal blade that attaches to the other metal blade at the end of the box, appears to be a strange metal. It's kind of like a marble, but it's bouncing around. Maybe this is the thing that's causing the thing to shake, but
I'll
it's
put the
weird.
gunpowder away with the rest of my gunpowder. Which, how much was in there? Enough for a bullet or two?
Enough for 2 bullets.
Okay.
It's enough to blow up in someone's face and hurt.
So I'll put
It
that
looks
away.
like Zorro with a gun.
Yeah, I'll put that away safely in my... however I store it.
You put it safely in a secure, safe containment case. And do you look at the marble?
Yeah, I'll pick up the marble out of the box.
It is moving around within your palm, but it doesn't scurry away. Whatever this marble is, it's definitely strange. It is trying to get out of your grasp, but it is not trying to... it's not trying to fight you or break your thumb or pinky finger. It's just moving.
I'll spend some time and just examine it, see if I can figure this thing out.
Would you like me to take a look at it? Because all I need is 10 minutes.
Sure, I'll see what I can figure out in 10 minutes.
Okay.
While you do your thing.
Roll investigate. You drill. You
I'm
ritually
just casting
Yeah.
16.
So, 10 minutes of this, and casting Identify, you can determine no magic. So whatever this thing is, how it's moving and how things are going, 2 possibilities. 1, science. 2, organic.
Oh, my expertise, kinda.
16 can determine that this is not scientifical, which means whatever is inside of the metal shell is in fact organic.
It's alive!
Interesting.
Alive in a sense. You have heard of things known as Warforge, and they wouldn't be picked up by Identify either.
Hey, what are you guys looking at?
It's a little moving metal ball that's not scientific or magical.
If it's
Think
alive,
it's-
we need to give it a name, right?
Think it's valuable?
It is now Jeff.
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 As the team is contemplating the name Jeff, and it sticks. The elven woman comes over. She looks young, strange garb, strange attire, but you've seen your group, so she doesn't really stick out that awkwardly. She kind of reminds you of Colt, but more colorful. She does look.
Howdy.
Colorful.
Does she have a gun?
No,
Well,
I mean like the way
I'm in
she's
all
dressed. The
Okay,
hat,
I'm in all
Stylish.
black.
the leather armor, just more orange and yellow. Doesn't matter. Basically, color swapped. Cult. She does carry a pistol to her left, but it's currently holstered. She doesn't have a gun, and it's immediately pointing towards you guys. She just came over wondering what you guys are doing. But coming over, she does look at you guys contemplating the name Jeff at a marble, and goes, sorry. Didn't mean to pry, but I was gonna ask if you guys knew where Celeste was.
It's just along the path here, and I'll point to the path to the direction of Celeste.
Mhm.
That leaves south.
Oh, thanks. I've kind of been lost for about 3 days now.
3 days.
I don't have a map. She shrugs.
Ah,
Anyways, she has a pretty good passive. Might I ask why you have that? Looking at the marble named Jeff.
we don't even know
We
what
found
that is.
Oh, I suppose that would make sense. Not a lot of people know what it is.
What is it then?
I'm sure you've heard of Warforge. How they move, how they operate, and how they're technically living but not alive.
Kinda. Yeah.
Well, that's a scientific basis on things. Technically, they are alive, if you ask them. She then goes on to contemplate the existence of life and how it matters. But 10 minutes later, after
That's really interesting.
Fucking elves.
10 minutes later,
Really?
she then states, anyways, that's considered a similar variation to a Warforge, just different. How should I explain this? Oftentimes, nature goes around and adapts to their environment. Certain organisms adapted in the same foundation that Warforges did. This is one such organism. This was, or I had to assume was, based on what I remember in my studies, technically a shell of a slime, a iron slime. It's young, not fully grown, but after a while it will become the size of a rock, the size of a boulder, and then the size of a person. After that, it will be able to manipulate its own form.
Oh.
Interesting.
Is it malevolent or?
It depends on how it interacts with the individual or individuals interacting with it.
Oh.
It's more like a organism that adapts around itself.
Okay.
It usually just goes for if it's able to stay alive the longest.
Is saying it's a youth, or that it will change if we treat it right?
It might change if you treat it right, or it might stay the same. It honestly is still being studied. I only know about it because I had a professor that showed me how it works, or how one
Are
worked in the
they-
past.
Are they typically hostile, or does that just depend on what they're around?
It just depends on what they're around. Often not, though. They just are considered good sentries. However, in the past, they were just simply used to guard treasures, alcoves, certain things that they don't want explored or found. Although this is quite young, so I don't think it was meant to be found.
Yeah. What's their maturity cycle like? How long does it take for them to age?
I honestly don't know. Could be a
Ah.
month, could be 2 minutes from now.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe your professor would like to study it. We could, work out a deal or something.
I mean, currently I'm trying to find them. I went back home, visited, and then came back trying to get back to my professor at this site, but I was his assistant. And well, I can't really find my way back. Again, lost for 3 days.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you get to a crossroads?
No, I'm just bad with directions. What's a crossroads?
Oh.
Nothing.
Nothing, and pray you
you-
never have to deal with it.
Yeah. It's
What?
place you end up in if you're lost or don't know exactly where you're going, or where you're going you shouldn't be.
Oh,
Kind of weird magic that's just kind of
Yeah,
in
it's a
this
stupid
world,
alternate dimension.
apparently.
But guys,
We kind of got
maybe-
stuck in one for what we thought was 30 minutes was actually a few days.
oh, I've had heard the term before, but I've never actually delved into it.
Yeah.
Science is more my objective rather than magic.
I'm the
Yeah.
opposite. I
I
practice the
try to
arcane pursuits.
not focus on the magic, but that cannot be ignored, sadly.
That's fair. But anyways, so Celeste is to the south?
Yes, ma'am.
We're actually heading there as well.
guys, maybe we could travel with her. If we have a mission that's not really our mission, it might be a good thing.
Celeste is one of our destinations
It
along
is
the
our
way.
direction at least.
Yes.
Oh, great. I mean, I can join you there, but it's not the last place I'm going.
Where's the last place you're going?
It's a little town called Hellspot. I was heading there
Ah,
before
convenient.
with my professor, but then something happened in town. Well, not in that town, but when I was traveling to that town, my professor got a sending spell and told me that I needed to return back home. So before I ever got there, I had to go immediately back.
Ah.
So it kind of sucked, but things happen. He told me I could return once everything cleared up. Thankfully, everything did, but haven't been able to get back since.
Oh,
Well,
it just
this
so happens
is-
that's our final destination
Yeah.
as well.
Oh,
Wait, you said something about an excavation?
Yes, him and his team. I don't really know the rest. I just got assigned with the professor to assist him. We're going
Does
to.
your... Oh, sorry. Keep going.
No, it's okay. She says it's a small little thing they found recently. They said they were going to explore. I joined them to get field study work in. That didn't quite actually work out. The only destination that I'm aware of currently is Hellspot and somewhere around there.
Oh.
Kinda
Our
look
objective
at
is to
Idril, doesn't
investigate
that sounds like
Yeah,
disappearance
that-
of some
that- that-
people who vanished into a point of interest, very much like that.
Oh,
So,
I mean that's concerning.
do you and your professor work for any organizations of note?
I know he was assigned by an organization of note. He basically got paid a lot of money to assist them as they needed a magical and scientific consultant.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were like magic mystical arcana something. I don't know. It sounded stupid.
Indeed.
Do I know
Mhm.
of any organizations that sound like that and stupid?
The one you're in?
Yes,
No.
the High Arcanium.
Yeah, you just see the big, like, fucking badge on my shoulder. It's not a badge, but, like, emblem that
emblem
I'm part
insignia.
of it.
Nice
Yeah, some magical hocus pocus people. I don't know.
The
Again,
High Arcanium? Does
Uh,
that sound right?
Probably. I don't really know. Again, wasn't really paying attention to the conversation. Just got paid a lot of money to assist him.
That's
Although
always
then I
me.
had to expend it when I went home to make sure my family didn't die.
That is not as nice.
It's a
They're
good
fine
thing
now,
you have
though.
that money, though.
That's good.
I only have 30 gold now.
Ah,
Well, you saved your family, though, right?
For now, they still have to pay taxes. Can't save them with that.
No one can save
Taxes,
anyone from
yeah.
that.
But still. Oh, I probably forgot to give you my name. She then explains, which she completely did. Ali, by the way. It's like ally, but pronounced differently. Elves are strange.
Indeed, we are. Idril.
I mean, technically, I was raised by humans, but, you know, this was the name I was given by an elf as they dropped me off at the human place.
Is she full elf or half elf?
From what you can tell, she's half elf.
Ah, okay. Makes more sense.
Yeah, she then states, probably ashamed. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It happened like 40 years ago.
Huh, we got an age.
Colt, by the way.
Orwell.
Hi, Ali. Try and cheer up. We'll make sure you don't get lost again.
Oh, I mean, you've already given me the directions. I'm sure I can buy a map in town.
The roads are
I am-
dangerous, so I thought we were going to travel together.
Are you going to Hellspot? Because it'd be great.
Yes.
Yeah, we are. That's final place to on our map. Our quest.
Great. I mean, you've already found something very interesting, so it might be beneficial to join you. You don't, She then presents a finger to her throat and presents the, like, cutthroat motion. Kill people while you try to help them, do you?
Not unless they try to first.
She's gonna roll
Hey,
inside.
we're the good guys.
Uh,
Now,
I'm not gonna show
That'd
you the
be
modifier, but I am gonna show you
Rather
the
funny,
D20.
considering our objective is, to an extension, to check on the well-being of the professor.
to be fair, I'm not talking about the Orwell smacking a tree, but she did attack us first.
Yeah, the tree did nothing to you, but the
Yeah.
person did. Based on the
Yeah.
wording and how you guys phrased it and how things happened, she can tell that maybe you experienced trying to help someone and they tried to attack you first. She understands that. Logically, that makes sense. If someone tries to kill you, you do protect yourself. So she at least knows you're not murdering, or at least she knows that Idril, Colt, and basically Orwell.
Orwell doesn't know how to guard his expression that well and just.
Orwell's an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm a cold-blooded killer.
Core,
The heart
Colt,
is strong.
and Idril, the ones that have been taking the conversation, Ali seems fine with them. She's not 100% sure on Orwell, mainly because he didn't state or specify if he does or doesn't. But, you know, the majority of the team says they don't, and that works enough for her. She does actually need help
or
to
I
get
may
there.
not.
you have an excellent poker face.
I am a statue.
Ignore half of the things that come out of that one's mouth.
Half. Half?
If not all. Sorry.
It's fine. I have, like, brothers and sisters. What is he, 12?
Huh?
I think so. Probably.
Mentally,
At least
maybe.
mentally, yeah.
12 feet tall, sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. That's intimidating.
I don't really know how other species work.
How old?
Uh,
25.
Then you'd be considered an adult then. That makes sense. I'd rather not be traveling with, small kids.
Children?
Yeah.
yes.
But anyways.
Maybe a little short, but I've had a rich and experienced life, Allie.
That's fair. I mean, I can't say specifically if you're telling the truth or not, but why would you lie?
That's right. I've experienced many joys, and I hope to experience many more.
Same here. I don't know if there's some type of inclination or secondhand meaning to that. But for now, you don't seem at least life-threatening to me.
Well, we should make our way through town.
Sure. If you want, I can lead the way. At least I know where to go.
Oh,
Let's set off then.
And you set off to Celeste, the first town, the first gate, and the first step on your journey. Where this journey will go, where Allie fits into all of this, well, we'll just have to figure that out next time. As you make it to the gate, one thing is for sure. I did not think you'd bring Allie, so I did not place her token already here. Either
why
way,
would we not bring another gunslinger?
that's fair. She's also not completely a gunslinger. That aside, we'll find out what happens next time as we end the session for today.
You told us to get a henchman.
That's true.
Maybe get a fifth.